Hello, hello. Happy Wear Red Day. It is a day that celebrates the advancement of people's understanding of women and heart disease, something that's near and dear to my heart as a heart attack survivor and somebody who's worked very hard in that effort through the American Heart Association and Go Red for Women and the whole Red Dress campaign. What we're here to talk about today is, does stress hurt your heart? And, well, friends, I'm afraid to say it certainly can. But like many things that are risk factors for heart disease, it depends on how much stress and how long that stress is held. So here's what we're going to do today. And if you're watching here live, Mimi's wearing red today. Yes, indeed. Love that. Thanks, Mimi. Thanks for chiming in and being with us today. I know wearing red and heart disease is near and dear to your heart as well. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to talk about why stress is a risk factor for heart disease. And then we're going to spend a little time talking about what do we do about that? What are some simple things that we could do to help our body not have all the cortisol in it? So before we get started on that, if you are sitting there wondering, I wonder if my stress is high enough to cause problems, don't worry about it. I have a free mini course that walks through a stress level assessment exercise at teststressnow.com. Head over there, sign up for the free videos, and find out whether your stress level is something that you need to worry about in terms of your heart disease risk or not. So let's dive into this whole thing. Cortisol is the problem and also not the problem. Cortisol is the stress hormone there that is in our bodies. When our brains notice a stressor in our environment, cortisol pumps up into our system, and it does some really interesting things. So let's say we're driving down the highway and we're minding our own business. We're going to maybe get off in a couple of exits, so we're in the right lane, just getting ready. Got traffic coming along beside us to the left, and we look at the entrance ramp that's coming to the highway, and there's somebody not paying attention, not going the proper speed, and not giving you enough space. And you think, uh-oh, that's a problem. Cortisol shoots into your bloodstream. Your heart rate gets faster, your blood pressure goes up, your blood even gets stickier, so that if you were in that car accident, you might not bleed to death. All of those are good things. Your brain is hyper-focused on solving the problem at hand. This is also good. But when that traffic clears a little bit and you're able to get out into the left lane and clear around that car that wasn't paying attention, that stressor is no longer there. And that cortisol level comes down. We feel that sort of leaving our body. That's cortisol coming down, your heart rate coming down, your blood pressure, all of that returns to normal. And that's what's supposed to happen. Your cortisol level goes up when you need it and then goes back down when you don't. But when we live up here all the time at this high stress level, on this high alert, that's when it causes a problem. Because none of us need stickier blood, high blood pressure, and high heart rate for a sustained period of time. So that's why a high stress level is one of the major risk factors for heart disease. It can act like a power ball, in fact. So think about it. You might have, maybe you're getting a little older like me, and your blood pressure may have creeped up a little bit like me, and maybe you're carrying a few more pounds than you used to like me. So you already have some level of risk for heart disease. If you layer on top of that your stress, it doesn't just go on top and add up. It exponentially expands your risk. So it could double your risk. And that's something none of us can afford. Does that sound a little scary to you? Now, remember, there's a teststressnow.com. You can go there and find out if this is something that you need to worry about. But guess what, friends? It is something we can do something about. There are ways of letting our body know that it is time to let that cortisol out of our bodies. We can actively do this. It's one of the skills that I talk about in my book, Stress Proof Your Life. So let's say that you know that you are in a stressful situation. You can signal your body like, okay, I know, let's let go of some of that cortisol. One of the easy ways to do it is to make your heart rate go up, hold it up there for a while, and come back down. Now, I know Mimi is big into exercise. This is why exercise is an antidote for stress, because as you're exercising, getting your heart rate going, doing that, and then when you stop, as your heart rate comes down, it's signaling to your body like, hey, it is time to let this cortisol go too. Exercise also changes your breath. When we're stressed, we take short, little, shallow breaths. Anytime we can lengthen and deepen our breath, that's another signal. But friends, we don't have to necessarily exercise to signal our body. There's lots of ways that we could change our breath. It's one of the reasons lots of people turn to meditation. Concentrating on that lengthening and deepening of breath not only is good for you, but it can be one of those things that signals your body to let that cortisol go. Laughter, same idea. It is changing your breath. Also makes you happier. It's a mood elevator, so that's all good. Mimi is saying that kickboxing is the way to a healthy heart. I love that. And also, I happen to know Mimi works out with a group of people, which is also a wonderful way to not necessarily signal your body to let go of the cortisol, but being surrounded by positive people working together, having that social network is something that is good not only for reducing stress, but for really supporting our health and particularly our heart health. So where was I? Oh, I was talking about ways to change your breath. Another great way, which I absolutely love, is singing. Singing naturally makes you change your breath. So whether you're singing in the shower, singing in choir, or just singing in your car, it is a great way to signal your body to let go of the cortisol. So Mimi is like the rock star of our day today. She's saying her Fit Theorem tribe keeps her inspired and motivated. And don't we all need that? I think surrounding yourself by people who really think about you and provide you with that support network is so important. It is one of those things that I talk about in the book as well. Having that circle of support is so very, very important when you're looking at reducing stress, but also being healthier and really enjoying life. So that's what I had to share with you today. Again, if you're worried about your stress level and whether it's out there going to cause you trouble with your heart health, or maybe you're highly stressed and you have noticed that your ability to think critically and creatively has been hindered, go take the assessment at teststressnow.com. It's absolutely free. Melanie, one of my heart sisters. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate it. We are in this together, and thank you so much for popping in. As always, there are all kinds of wonderful things. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate that. Wonderful things on my website to help you live longer, feel better, and get more of the important things done. Head off there to, there we go, teststressnow.com. And I hope to see you again here. Thanks, Mimi and Melanie, for being with us. Until I see you again, I wish you low stress and great success. Have an awesome rest of your day.